Hey guys, Onan here. It's been a little while. I didn't really get a chance to record much last week with Thanksgiving and deer hunting and all that, but I'm back at it and wanted to, I guess, share some of my thoughts, kind of how things are going. Joan and I recorded this morning. That episode will come out this coming Sunday, where we kind of do a deep dive into how the celibate challenges has been going and whether we're going to continue it or not. Um, but you know, it's been a very blessed process, and I'm really glad I did it. Sort of wish I'd have done it sooner, but sometimes that's just things have to happen at a certain time, a certain you know period of time or point in the process for them to work. But I'm really feeling peaceful and grateful for a lot of things. And my relationship with my wife has been just amazing. Even though we're not having sex these days, we've done a lot of growing. I've really opened up a lot and have been received well. Um, hasn't That hasn't always been the case, and is one of the reasons, most likely, why for a lot of years I was very afraid to open up to my wife about struggles and desires and needs, because it had often led to hurt feelings and conflict in the past. And I just didn't feel like I could trust opening up like that. And I think a lot of people go through that. And I think a surprising number of men uh, really feel afraid to share their feelings and struggles with their spouses, who in a lot of marriages just do not have the same experience. I was just listening to Ellen's podcast, and it was really really good. It was she was reading another woman's story. I recommend you go over and check out Ellen's. It's Charting Toward Intimacy is her podcast. I shared it with my wife. My wife is not a fan of Ellen, but I encouraged her to listen to this episode because it talked about how their marriage, really, this is from the wife's perspective, but a lot of similarities between them and our marriage, and the dynamics and the ups and downs and the roller coaster. In that case, it dealt with the husband's um, sort of chronic porn use, which is thankfully has never been my issue. Um, but all of the other stuff was very similar, and it's a very hopeful story because they, kind of probably at my age, or maybe even a little older, kind of turned everything around and now have an amazing, amazing intimate life. And so, um, I think I have more or less confirmed a lot of things that I thought, which is that for whatever reason, biologically, it is the most difficult time to go from that, let's say, day 5 to day 10 or day 14 intimacy or abstinence. I'm sorry. Like, that's just when the body screams at you. It's the fullness is there. Sometimes it almost seems like pain keeps you up at night, wakes you up at night, all that kind of stuff. I That's something I go through every single cycle, and I just never found a way to get through that with both a good attitude and no slip ups, or usually neither. And and this is I think this is a really important thing that needs to be understood when it comes to NFP versus, let's say, celibacy, long term abstinence. Right now, we're at like day 20. I'm day like 20 of the challenge, but it's been um like 25, 26 days since we were intimate. And it is, for the most part, not an issue, except when I'm in the presence of my wife. I don't know if that's pheromones or just association, whatever, but I'm driving to work and I am, I have no real physical stress or sensation. But when I stop in at the house or I get home, it does tend to boil up and stuff. That I think is a major, major difference between being a married person and being a single or celibate. You have that constant exposure to your soulmate, to the person you are intimate with, sometimes at least. But it even that has gotten easier once I've gotten past that kind of that 2 week mark. That is always the hardest stretch, in my opinion. It's not that it gets easy after that, but I think it becomes less difficult. And I'm fortunate to be in that somewhat less difficult phase of it. And my relationship with my wife is going great, very affectionate, talking, all that. No real conflicts. Certainly none caused by this or anything like that. So I'm very, very, very grateful for that. And I guess I'm here to encourage others to maybe consider taking a break. I We needed a reset. I needed a reset more so than my wife. I don't know that I need 2 months of it. I mean, if I'm being transparent, our NFP official abstinence periods ends in a couple of days, and we are talking about maybe halting the celibacy thing, which again continues to be something my decision, but it's a decision that she's fine with, but it's kind of up to me. And this 20 some days has been really good for our marriage. I'm not sure that that the best thing for our marriage is another 40 days, 35, 40 days of it. Um, I'm not sure, but I feel very peaceful and in control, and I'm very grateful for that. It's a feeling I've not had in maybe forever since we were married. Like, it's been such a brutal fight for me for literally the entire marriage, and I feel as secure and optimistic as I've ever been all right now, and I'm very grateful for that. I want to share that with you guys. So we'll see if we do if we do decide to get back in the water. I hope it's different and better this time, and that I can handle the abstinence periods better. But I guess that remains to be seen. We'll see. But I'll keep you guys updated. But I wanted to provide you with an update, share that with you. Appreciate you guys who listen and comment and follow along and participate in the Discord. So till next time, everyone, have a good one.